Well, this is Honey Creek. Kind of dry. It's got some water in it. Not much. Come over here. That's the flow through Honey Creek. And then I got a pool, and then it kind of trickles down at the other end. There are a few things swimming in the pool. That water's got to be pretty warm though. And this is from the other side of the pool. See the water rushing through. And that's the view downstream. Which, if you're not looking carefully, kind of looks like maybe there's no water at all. So downstream, there are a few kind of interesting things. This would appear to be either a retaining wall of some kind or a brick street that had concrete kind of underneath it. Or it was a brick street with paving over it. Hard to tell, but it's just down here. Obviously it's normally underwater. Fair amount of sidewalk been ripped up, used to keep the stream from eroding. There's quite a bit of poured concrete down in the stream bed. This seems to be a pretty substantial piece of poured concrete. Probably foundation of something. It's my guess. There's stones attached to it here on the other side. Kind of embedded in. But otherwise it's a pretty squared off piece. Now what you're looking at here is a tree root. And it, along with these other roots, belong to that tree. And that tree is doing its best to hold in the entire bank it's connected to. All of those roots. And it's definitely getting well watered. If you look at the bottom, all those little tendrils end up right in the mud of Honey Creek. You can kind of tell from the moss growth that this area right here hasn't been exposed very long. But this used to be a much bigger pool. And You can also tell that the creek used to run a lot higher, considering that all that erosion on that side. That feeder and the trees that are around it, we used to be able to drive on this side of that feeder with the Ranger. Here's another pool, also with a lot of stuff swimming around in it. This one's a little bit deeper and a little bit larger. And it ends kind of where that pile of rock is. From there on, it's just kind of little trickle of a creek. And if you were a cow, there wouldn't be a whole bunch here for you to be munching on. It's mostly pretty dry. So that's the drought coming to Cloverdale Farm.